Hi, Mark again. I'm here to talk to you about how committing to intermittent fasting completely changed how I feel in the mornings and generally how I approach my day. If you watch my video on intermittent fasting and alcohol, you'll know that I have committed to 16/8 intermittent fasting. I fast between 10 p.m. and 2 p.m. the following day, meaning that my mornings are completely free of food. Every time I tell someone how I eat, they always say the same thing. How would you go all morning without eating? There's no way I could do that. My personal favourite, but breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So in the 6 months I've been intermittent fasting, actually what does it feel like to fast during the mornings? Firstly, it's not as hard as you think to train your body not to expect food in the mornings. That's the first thing that I noticed. Slipped into intermittent fasting very easily. It wasn't hard to adopt that into my lifestyle at all. Secondly, from a time management perspective alone, it's amazing not to have to worry about eating anything until 2 p.m. So having the full morning where you can do your work, if you're at work, if you can concentrate on other tasks, not feeling that you need to be eating first thing, eating around lunchtime, just to give you that sort of time to bed into your day from like just managing the tasks that we've got to do. I find it a lot easier. I never feel sluggish and tired. In fact, quite the opposite. Feel full of energy during the mornings. I also feel tons more mentally alert. Really just switched on and engaged in any tasks, which is another great benefit of it. And also at the gym, which may be the most surprising for people, when I exercise, I actually find my performance is much better in the mornings during my fast. Usually I try and exercise over lunch, traditional lunchtime, just before I break fast at 2 p.m. And I have a much better session, knowing that I've got food coming up to replenish the body once I've worked it, and I can really focus on that session without having loads of food in my belly or my body, concentrating on digestion. Now, I have no idea what the true science is behind all of that, but what I like to think is because we tap into a deep-rooted primitive instinct to perform better when we're trying to hunt for food. Our species, as it's evolved, has scavenged the earth for food for the past 6 million years. The principle of breakfast came in around about the mid 17th century, so about 400 and a bit years ago. Essentially 0.007% of our time on the planet. It was revolutionised again around about the turn of the 20th century when Mr. Kellogg's decided that he wanted to sell us a load of cereal. And I'm not going to preach to you about consumerism as I talk to you about intermittent fasting into my iPhone, which I'm going to upload onto YouTube because I'm a sucker for it myself. But the fact is, breakfast as a principle became a mechanism to sell us stuff during the 20th century. Things like American toast, as sliced bread, novelty cereals, all that sort of stuff became things to buy, us to be marketed to sell us stuff. In fact, moving beyond just breakfast, the principle of 3 square meals a day actually keeps our bodies full and fed for the entirety of the time that we're awake, concentrating on having to digest food all of our hours awake. And I'll let you decide if you think that's healthy or not. It's my personal view that it's good to give your body a break from digestion at some point during the day, and at the same time exercise your body's primitive stress response, so that it becomes under the impression that it needs to work hard to be fed. So it steps you up both in mental focus, mental determination, physical performance, really just raising your game. Intermittent fasting unlocked that for me by doing something as simple as pushing my first meal to 2 p.m. in the day. So that's it for today's video. I wanted to try and keep it short and sweet. I have some more content around how making the fasting period a little bit easier coming up. So if you want to see any more information around how I deal with intermittent fasting, how I make it an easy part of my lifestyle to maintain, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll come at you soon with some more content. Thanks for your time. Bye.